The Little Mermaid. Deep in the ocean, a sea king lived in a castle made of coral. The sea king had 6 daughters. The youngest was the loveliest of all. She was quiet and thoughtful, and she had the most beautiful singing voice of all the mermaids. There's the castle. On her 20th birthday, each princess was allowed to visit the water's surface for the first time. Year after year, the Little Mermaid watched as her older sisters take their turns. She couldn't wait for her birthday to come. When the day finally arrived, she waved goodbye and rose swiftly to the top of the surface. As her head rose above the water, the Little Mermaid saw a large ship decorated with lights. A fancy celebration was underway. There's the ship. Wait for the camera to focus. Focus. The Little Mermaid swam closer and saw a handsome young prince. She watched him for a long time and realized it was his birthday too. Just then, the wind began to blow and the sky grew dark. Pounding waves battered the prince's ship, and she could hear it creak and groan. Then, without warning, the prince fell into the sea. The mermaid followed him and used all of her strength to pull the prince safely to shore. Sorry, guys. There's this wind. And there's the Little Mermaid. Tenderly, the Little Mermaid brushed the hair from the prince's face and bent her head to kiss his forehead. When she heard excited shouts from the other end of the beach, she knew that she had to leave him. For many days, the Little Mermaid could think of nothing but the prince. "Perhaps the sea witch will agree to help you," suggested one of her older sisters. The Little Mermaid went to visit the sea witch at once. Here he is. Ew, the sea witch. "Princess, I can give you human legs so you can walk and dance on land," she said. "But in return, you must sacrifice your voice." The Little Mermaid agreed to her terms. The witch prepared the magic potion, then captured the Little Mermaid's voice, so the girl could neither speak nor sing. Ooh, there's the potion. The Little Mermaid swam to the surface and drank the potion without hesitation. She began to feel quite strange, and her tail began to ache. Then, before her eyes, her tail transformed into 2 human legs. The prince was on his morning walk when he discovered the beautiful, silent girl on the beach. Not knowing how else to help her, he brought her with him to the palace. The girl used her graceful movements and expressive eyes to speak to those around her. She danced and glided on her new legs. Oh, and her tail is gone. Everyone in the palace was enchanted by the Little Mermaid, especially the prince. He felt as if he had never met her before. Everywhere the prince went, the Little Mermaid was by his side. They rode together on horseback through the sweet-scented woods. As the days passed, the Little Mermaid fell deeper and deeper in love with the prince. Sorry, guys. As it happened, he also grew very fond of her. The Little Mermaid loved to stroll through the gardens of the palace, hand in hand with the prince. But at night, when the royal household was asleep, the Little Mermaid would follow the broad marble steps from the palace down to the water's edge. There, she would sit in the moonlight and bathe her weary feet in the cold sea water. Her thoughts would turn to her beloved family. Ooh, they are. One night, her sisters rose to the surface, singing as they floated on the water. They saw the little mermaid and swam closer. They told her how much they missed her. They pleaded with her to return with them to their home beneath the sea. The little mermaid smiled at them. She used gestures to explain how wonderful it was to be with the prince. After that, her sisters came to the palace every night to visit. There she is. She even saw her father once in the distance. He had not been to the surface in many years, and did not venture so near the land as her sisters. Then one afternoon, the little mermaid learned that the king and queen wanted the prince to marry a princess of a nearby kingdom. The little mermaid felt a sudden chill. Would the prince really choose to marry another? There's her sisters. At the thought, her expressive eyes became brilliant with tears. Yet she still smiled at the prince. The prince reached for the little mermaid's hand. When she turned to him, she saw a look of love. Could her dream be coming true? "Mother and father," said the prince, "my true love is here. I desire no other." The prince sank to one knee and looked into the little mermaid's eyes. "Will you marry me?" he asked her. Sorry. Without warning, the little mermaid's voice returned to her. Their love had broken the sea witch's spell. "Yes!" she exclaimed. Soon after, the prince and the little mermaid were wed in a magnificent ceremony. As they sailed away, the newlyweds waved farewell. The new couple sailed around the world, and naturally everyone lived happily ever after. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.